You're the one who helped at the gate. Glad to have another sword. We might need it.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then it's not just goblins we have to fear. So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. Quite the choice, isn't it? You saw what they were willing to do to a child just for trying. It's Kagha's influence. Without her twisting things, I believe the druids might see sense. I'm grateful, but there's still an army of goblins out there. I won't expose my people to that.
Will, you had planned to find the goblin camp and kill their leaders.
It seems like that might be our best hope now.
Right as rain, Zevlor. Take out the bosses and the entire heap topples. And my new friend here's got my back. Isn't that right?
Is this true? You'll help us? Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you.
We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word.
So, we're in Eltergard. That means Baldur's Gate lies west. Rather far west, even.
Gnolls and goblins marked on the map. Travel won't be easy.
Our time grows short. If Kagha won't abandon her madness, then we'll have to try the road, goblins or no. What is it? We are refugees from Elturel. We took shelter here after gnolls and goblins attacked us on the road. We were bound for Baldur's Gate, and it was too late to turn back. Elturel had no place for tieflings after the Descent.
The Descent, an infernal conspiracy that had seen the entire city of Elturel briefly dragged to the Hells.
A fair point. We can only hope the citizens of Baldur's Gate are more open-minded. But we can't get there with those beasts blocking our path. Some artifact Aradin was hunting. I don't know any more than that, and I don't want to. This grove is poorer for losing Halsin, but I have my own people's concerns to look to.
Goblins, gnolls. So many ways to die. Used to think the goblins would kill us the second we set foot outside. But after hearing what you did at the gate, well, I still think they'll kill us, but at least we can put up a fight. Well, we came through Avernus. We might not look it, but we're tough. Who knows? Some of us might even make it to Baldur's Gate. There's optimism and then there's stupid, hun. Plenty of us fell to monsters already. I don't see the rest of us lasting long out there. But if you're so sure we will, why not put a little gold on the line? No, it's not. None of this is funny. But at least this way there's something to play for. Come on, what do you say? No? Shame. I thought you might enjoy a little fun. Be safe out there, whatever comes your way.
Looks empty.
He nods, then reaches for a concealed hatch. His eyes flicker to yours for an instant, then away, as if it hurts to look at you.
Getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
You don't look so tough. Mull fought off a hobgoblin all by herself.
Oh. Hello again. Mull's in charge here, not me.
Gods, it's boring in here. Hey, listen. I'm not saying I didn't have the whole amulet situation under control, but I didn't think I'd get to keep the damn thing. So, thanks. Thanks a lot.
You came! I have... Here! Mull said I should thank you properly for the harpies, so I wrote you a story. It's about you. I hope you like it.
Well, look who's come to visit. And I hear you have a problem.
A few things are missing from your pack. Is that right?
Maybe we can do something about this. Anyway, you want to talk? Talk. Sure, Sylphie probably grabbed them by mistake. Here you go. Won't happen again. And to make sure none of the kids on the job outside mess with you, show them this. You got it. Now, we done here, or what? We're saving up for a better hideout when we get to Baldur's Gate. Why? You planning on telling me stealing is wrong? So what? Should we be panicking like everyone else? We have a plan. We're the ones who'll end up on top in the gate. Anything else? I do, as a matter of fact. Revenge. You saw what those bastards that run the place were doing to Arabella, scaring the precious mite. I want to steal that big, shiny idol they're all chanting at. The important thing is to get it away from them. That ritual's gonna get us all killed. And we can sell it once we get to the city. Thing like that's gotta be worth a small fortune.
I need new pockets to pick.
Figures. Don't think you've got the stones for the job anyhow. Anything else? Anything else? Well, it's been a pleasure. You know the way out.
Hey, you're back. Here to trade?
Murderous bastards. They deserve to have the goblins burn them out.
corpse regards you lifelessly.
Francis, merchant, selling pottery. Too late now. Guiding my cart. Shadow fell. Tentacle grabbed me. Took me here. Put something in my eye. Everyone. Peasants. Lords. Took them all. Find healer. Or die. It'll leave.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
My, what manner of place is this? A patch of ground to call home. Some rest for the wicked, after all. What would suit the occasion? The words to a lullaby, perhaps. The mouse smiled brightly. It outfoxed the cat. Then down came the claw. And that, love, was that. They do know how to write them in Cormier, don't they? Well met, I am Raphael. Very much at your service. Charmed, I'm sure, in more ways than one. We should have a chat, you and I, but not here. No. This encampment is decidedly too middle of nowhere for my tastes. Come. There. Middle of somewhere. The House of Hope, where the tired come to rest and the famished come to feed lavishly. Go on, partake, enjoy your supper. After all, it might just be your last. Call it a ninth sense. What's better than a devil you don't know? A devil you do.
Holy in hells. You're a Cambion.
And so much more. Am I a friend? Potentially. An adversary? Conceivably. But a savior, that's for certain. Easy, easy. I'm here to help, not harm. Consider your predicament. 1 skull, 2 tenants, and no solution in sight. I could fix it all, like that. And what is madness but a denial of reality? Still, I have a feeling you'll change your mind before it's changed for you. Try to cure yourself, shop around, beg, borrow, and steal. Exhaust every possibility until none are left. And when hope has been whittled down to the very marrow of despair, that's when you'll come knocking on my door. Hope. Such a tease. By all means, bite the hand that feeds you, while you still have teeth. All those pretty little symptoms, sundering skin, dissolving guts, they haven't manifested yet, have they? One might say you're a paragon of luck. I'll be there when it runs out.
Bloody hells. Literally. Just when I think I've got a grasp on our dilemma, a devil shows up. No matter. We've dealt with every other oddity thrown at us lately. We can handle this one too. Now, as for this Raphael, he knows our secret. He claims he can help. What do you make of him? No doubts at all. He seemed powerful and very knowledgeable about our problem. Not the worst prospect we've stumbled across. As long as you can look past what he is. Good. That's what I wanted to hear. I know people who work much like our new acquaintance does. You don't need a scourge or a rack to break people. Fear and self-doubt is sufficient. When actual pain comes, the victim's already done the heavy lifting for their torturer. There were no right answers with that devil. He was toying with his food. Us. Perhaps you didn't. See? Sowing doubt is an old trick. Watch out for it. And for Raphael.
This devil Raphael flaunts his paltry wings as if he wants to impress us. You saw the red dragon slaying his infernal kin above hell's fires, did you not? Next to a dragon, the devil's a gnat. When I am Kithrak, I will take my Queen Vlaakith his head as a trophy. Githyanki Knights, the riders that chase the Nautiloid. They are the commissars and enforcers of my Queen Vlaakith's will. Vlaakith bestows no greater honor. To wield a Kithrak's silver sword is my destiny. I will earn my Queen's favor, and I will conquer every layer of hell should she command it. The Geich are my kind's mortal enemy. It is not unusual for the Kithrak to give chase. To penetrate the Hells, this is unusual. But I'm not one to question the wisdom of my queen. I can see but to the horizon. Vlaakith's sight pierces the many plains.
The devil with the silver tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you what you're least ready to part with. And then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything.
Do you feel as flattered as I do? A Cambion came courting us. Yes, they offer you an apple, but they're the worm that lurks within. Still, don't let his bluster fool you. All that talk of desperation, it merely illustrates his own. I think he wants something from us, badly. And in that knowledge lies our opportunity. Our souls. But I suspect that's but his opening offer. Let me play the devil deals advocate. The man is too eager. Do not dismiss his offer out of hand. Raphael is a Cambion, which makes him part human, and what is human is fallible. By figuring out his true intentions. Fact one, there's something very strange and very powerful about our tadpoles. Fact two, a devil offers to take it away. What if the tadpole is what he really wants instead of the customary price that is our souls? If I'm right, there's a mighty bargain to be made. Remember his Cormyrean rhyme? Down came the claw. Perhaps we should start growing our nails.
Now there's a bloody devil trailing after us. Well, this gets better and better. Shop around, he said. He seems sure we won't find anything. And he might be right. We've had no luck so far. Maybe. But all that, take your time, I'll wait, nonsense. He's playing with us. Cazador liked to toy with people too. Let them think there was hope, right until the end. Until he snatched it all away. Creatures like them don't play games, unless they know they can win. Maybe. But he's not the only one spinning a web for us. This is no ordinary Mind Flayer parasite. Who tampered with it, and why? What do they have planned for us? And why are we important enough that a devil comes knocking on our door? If we find those answers, we might have a chance.
Great talent or not, no druid can cleanse an embedded tadpole. Give no credence to such fantasy. Entirely. I was as devoted to my studies as I was to my training. To all questions, the Kalir Library harbors answers. A gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding. Not books, but slates. Wisdom so profound it is etched into stone. Truth as perfect as the queen who decreed it. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to chaos, and cold fires rage. The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. The Githyanki possess an eternity of knowledge. Yet we still collect more, infinities upon infinities. I expect I am your first. Of course you haven't. They would have cut you from navel to neck. You are no less alien to me than I am to you. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake. Yes. Best to keep quiet, lest any drivel leak from your lips. No matter. I do not intend to stay long in this place. I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less. Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a Mind Flayer is born. Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me. We follow the road west to the mountain pass. There will be a creche nearby. Then we may be rid of our parasites. Chook, you believe you can survive without me? As you say, do not keep me waiting.
How can I help? I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in the meantime, idling away the hours.
You're staring at me again. What do you want? And clearly the tadpole. If we can't understand it, we'll never control it. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. Lead on.
Something the matter? Fine. What's on your mind? I must admit, you've been a surprise, and not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. All right, some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
Salutations. I've crossed blades with the Gloomstorms of Gracklstugh, and they've earned every last wound. You're not so scary. I bet you're hiding a smile under those scowls. Ah, there it is. Living legend in the flesh. Slayer of specters, killer of kobolds. The pride of Baldur's Gate. So you know the stories. All true, I might add. Won't be long before they're telling new tales. Mind flayers, flying ships, dragon attacks. The legend grows. Now, I always save the best stories for my closest friends and my cruelest enemies. Get to be one of those, and I'll spill the whole jug. Hmm? You get that, right? Spill the whole jug? Huh. I guess I'll toss that one in the heap.
Tiny grooves spider across the eye's surface. It resembles a sending stone used to confer with distant contacts.
A what now? Goodness, but it's just a bit of rock. Nothing so special, I assure you.
You watch and listen for signs of deceit, but sense nothing unusual.
Did you see those tiefling kids? Do you reckon our moping and muttering does them much good? They should be chasing frogs, climbing trees, not training for battles they can't win. Those people look at me and they see a hero. Imagine how bad they feel if they were wrong. There's an old saying I just made up. To fell a dragon, you must chop off its head.
These goblins are organized. It's no hamhead pulling the strings.
We slither through their camp and off their leaders, quick as crickets.
We sniff out the gobbo leaders and take their heads. And we free the druid housing while we're at it. If we want these brain bugs removed, he's our man. And don't forget Ethel. She knows something about tadpoles. We could pay her a visit.
We meet again, as predicted. I shall be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services. A mending of the threads between life and death. Should thou or any of thy compatriots perish, I will cleave soul to body once more. Because it is my calling, there is little else to explain. A matter of coin. Then I shall wait here patiently until it is acquired. Such is life. Outrage, leading to a singular end. Fate spins along as it should, although thou dost not seem to be in need of my services. There are many answers to that question. None are important. Correct.
He has a divine aspect, yes. A reflection of death itself, eternal and inescapable.
I shall answer no further questions in that regard.
You're gonna be sorry! Every last one of ya! Oh, you thieves are all boring! Even your cages are boring! Bloody thieves everywhere! Ready to go meet my tribe? Just say the word. Happily. Lead the way.
That might be worth a look.
Did some bleeding hearts show up to save the druid? I'll cut you to pieces.
What are you doing? It's me, Sazza!
You and them other idiots mucked up the old raid. The Absolute don't like failures.
I ain't a failure. I'll be an hero when I tell the boss about this place. And you'll be maggot food.
I'll be telling the boss myself. Kill him!
Oh, thank you, thank you. I thought I was gonna die down here. Oh, it's my fault. I thought I'd given them the slip, but they followed me through the tunnel back there. I must tell the others what happened. I stepped careful. There are traps in these tunnels. And thank you again.
Thought I was never gonna get out of there. Good to be free again, gotta say. Sure they don't. I'll introduce you to my whole tribe and put in a good word for you. See you at the camp.
Lost a few straws from your haystack, did you? I live by 2 rules. Always empty your flask and never trust goblins. And the innocents she'll slaughter for fun? Where's their second chances?
You want to be a hero? Some advice. The right thing isn't always the nice thing.
What's that? At the back of the crevice lies a bag covered with spiders. A shiny gold coin pokes from its mouth. The creatures clutch the pouch possessively. You have no doubt a spider egg is nestled within. One by one, the spiders retreat to the rear of the crevice, lulled by your murmurs. You stash the bag. Something clinks among the coins.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
Who cares about some pig? It's dead. Let's go. The pig's dead, my friend. Staring at it won't bring it back. Come on. We'll never fix these brainworms if we stop and gawk at every piece of carrion you find.
The boar seems to be fresh, only a few hours dead. Examining the corpse, you see 2 small puncture wounds in its neck.
And? Is it dead enough for you? It's been drained of blood with wounds in its neck. It's been killed by a vampire. I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to worry you. They are ferocious creatures. But don't worry. I'll keep watch tonight. We won't have to worry about nocturnal visitors. Now please, let's go.
People up ahead. Something's wrong.
Like what then?
I don't know. You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think he's conscious. Can you hear us, Ed?
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
He's hurt badly, and Owlbear got him deep. If there's anything you can do...
I'm watching you.
The injured man locks eyes with you. A familiar squirming churns in your head. Your minds intertwine. You see his siblings, Andrick and Brynna. New recruits. Yours to shepherd.
Protect them. She is a true soul. Mind her. She will... you.
Edwin! Ed! Please!
He's with the Absolute now. You're a true soul. Edowin, our brother, he was chosen. Like you. Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edowin. We know that all too well, ma'am, but the Absolute sent us here.
We're looking for fugitives, survivors from that ship that crashed farther west of here. We don't know what they look like, but anyone who survived that crash is bound to be injured. That's enough to get us started. The Absolute wants them found. At any cost.
I don't know any druids.
What? Are you testing us? The Absolute is our goddess. She's going to rip down the old world order, start a new one. Then we'll be the ones with the power. Well, you will firstly, true soul. You don't need me to explain that.
A true soul, like you, has been chosen by the Absolute. You speak with her voice, and when the time comes, the true souls, you will rule.
That fella was infected, like us. Must be a true soul hallmark.
What? And just leave Ed? I suppose he'd want us to go on. Find a way to honor his sacrifice.
May the Absolute guide us.
They spoke of the Absolute, same as that goblin Sazza. Curious. Sounds like trouble.
Regards you lifelessly.
Edowin, a true soul, a chosen. The Absolute. The Almighty Goddess. Do not fight her. Power! Such power! Looking for her weapon, the Absolute. Crashed from the sky, taken by infidels.
The
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions. The man is dead, but something shifts beneath his features. A glistening tadpole emerges, slithering up past a sightless eyeball. The same as the creature behind your eye. One squeeze should do it, but you stop short. How could you think of harming something so beautiful, so pure? The tadpole plops to the ground. Now is your chance to stomp it into the dirt. But it's too precious, too sweet, isn't it? You raise your heel and crush the parasite into the ground. Intense regret washes over you, churning your stomach.
So, we're blessed true souls, handpicked by the Absolute. Just like their ex-brother, who, by a remarkable coincidence, also had a Mind Flayer worm in his skull. I don't know. I could get used to lesser souls worshipping me. But you're not wrong. We need to do something, and soon.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
A lunar statue in a stinking cave. Hardly a place of honor.
Feel that? Magic. A spell sealed that chest tight.
Just an old prayer. Chest's unlocked. My prayers are answered.
You should leave it, or even destroy it if possible. This rubbish is an offering to Selûne. At best, it's worthless. At worst, who knows? Could be cursed. Do not trifle with that moon witch, or her trinkets. Only trouble will follow. Fine. Perhaps you can sell them for a couple of coins.
That stench. Dead owlbear prey, no doubt. Oh!
You see a name etched into the leather. Scratch. The dog lowers his hackles, his head tilted inquisitively. Convinced that you're harmless, he turns his attention back to the corpse. With a deep, heartbroken whine, the dog bows his head. The dog whimpers nervously, as if to urge you on. The dog looks at his owner with sad eyes. He does not move. The dog sniffs your hand, his tail swung low in understanding. He knows how to find you. corpse regards you lifelessly.
Gomwick. From Trail. Pack of gnolls, claws, teeth. Letters, delivery to Baldur's Gate. In bank, standard issue.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Dead goblins. Dead travelers.
Were they heading to the Druid's Grove?